Hi, Joe Muldowney here. And if you want to make 2025 your best fitness year ever, you need to stay tuned to this video. Well, thanks for staying tuned to this video. First of all, happy 2025 to everyone. And secondly, my apologies. It's been a long time since I've made one of these YouTube videos, probably about 4 months. But I've been talking to some of the folks that I coach from around the world, and they said, when are you going to come up with another video? And I thought, well, it's the beginning of 2025. Let's do it. So again, happy 2025 to everyone. And secondly, a congratulations to everyone listening and watching this video who are still working out in 2025. What, you say? Still working out? It's January 13th. Well, there's some kind of statistic out there, somebody who's done research, some university, I believe, has done research, and they've actually designated January 10th as Quitters Day. We all aren't quitters because you're watching this video, and I'm sure you've set goals for 2025. So if you haven't broken that New Year's resolution, that fitness New Year's resolution yet, I'm not concerned about the other ones. If you haven't broken that fitness resolution yet, congratulations. Keep watching this video because we're going to keep you on that track by giving you some really, really good advice on how to achieve your fitness goals for this brand new year. Now, first off, this video is universal. I don't care if you want to take your first running step this year or you're going to be running your 10th marathon or 20th marathon or 50th marathon. We don't really care. This video, as I said, is universal. It applies to people of all ages and ability levels. So again, you don't have to be a world-class runner. You can be a beginning runner or anywhere in between. And these tips that I'm going to give you today are going to help you be a better version of yourself in 2025. Now, again, the new year has just started, and again, all of us are busy in our own ways. Most of you watching this video, I'm sure, are younger than I am, and you have lots of obligations. And I've kind of been there and done that. So again, I understand. You've got family obligations, you've got job obligations, but in your mind, you have set some parameters that you want to kind of stay within and objectives that you have also set that you would like to achieve in 2025. That may be, to get rid of 10 or 20 pounds. Or as I said, it can run the gamut anywhere from that starting point to unlimited potential. So, first method of achieving what you want to achieve is to have those goals set. Once you set those goals, then you can go about achieving those goals. So maybe you've made yourself a list on the computer or have written down a list that you've tacked onto the refrigerator. Doesn't matter how you've done that. But number one, you've got to set those goals. Whether it's just getting up off the sofa and working out, or whether it's, to participate in the Ironman competition in Honolulu. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Or it's Hawaii, I don't think it's in Honolulu, but you get the point. So it doesn't really matter, whatever your objective may be. And one of the things that I've found out since well back in the last century is the first method of achieving your goals is accountability. And really, I guess the rest of this video, that's what we're going to talk about, is accountability. Now, how do we achieve that? How do we achieve accountability? You hear it a lot in college and professional sports today. The coach will get out after the game and say, everybody has to be accountable. We won this game and everybody has accountability. We lost this game and everybody's got to be accountable for the loss, that kind of thing. Well, we're not professional athletes, so we don't have we don't have a coach or a bunch of coaches that are telling us how to do that. So here we go. Let me tell you how I've done it for a long, long time. Again, you can do a spreadsheet, you can do something on the computer. That's great. That's fine. I'm all for I'm all for all the 2025 methods. But let me tell you something. There's nothing better than this. Nothing better than this. I've talked about it in another video. I wrote about it in one of my books. I guess the $5 or $6 little date book that you get somewhere, and write it down. Just write it down. And I'm telling you, you might have that spreadsheet, you might have it on the computer, but I'm telling you, write it down, set it next to your bed or where you lace up your shoes. And man, oh man, I'm telling you, you look at, tomorrow, January 14th, and then you get to January 17th and you're like, oh man, I didn't run on the 14th, I didn't run on the 15th. You see all those blanks on there? Man, that's holding you accountable. By doing that, again, you are being accountable to you. And is running a selfish sport? Well, yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I kind of think that it does branch out and help those around you, because if you're more sane and you feel better about yourself, it's probably going to extend to all the relationships or many of the relationships in your life. So write it down. The George Strait song, write this down. I just think that's important. Now, how do you write it down? Well, I guess there's not a whole lot of space in each of these, but you just put a mile today, 2 miles today. You could write that down. Or you could make, a mini Russian novel. I always put down, the weather conditions. The other day it was 38 degrees and windy. Obviously the length of my workout, the time, the average pace if you want, whatever you want to put down. Then at the end of the week, I put the mileage totals, that kind of thing. Now, let me tell you something, and let me tell you why this video is applicable, whether you're, 18 or 80. My workout book last year was full, 366 days, because it was a leap year. I set my goal of at very least a mile every day, and I think I ended up with about over 3,000 miles, less than 3,100 miles. Now, again, your best running days are ahead of you. My best running days are behind me. I have a new knee. I can't run every day. So I've developed a hybrid method. And my hybrid method is the most mileage I did all year was cycling, little less stress on my knee, followed by running, followed by walking. I have 2 dogs that if I don't walk them every day, they are crazy. So walk just about every day. And then I really enjoy fishing. And so I get out of my kayak as much as I can. I paddle around and, put miles on the river or on the lake close by. So I put all those hybrid miles together, and that added up to 366 days, not missing a day at all in 2024. And so far, it's early, but I haven't missed a day in 2025 either. But things can happen. You can get sick, you can get injured. Again, family obligations, you may have been up, with the baby at 3 a.m. Those kinds of things will happen and will get in the way. So, but again, writing it down, I think, is a great method of accountability. Now, since we are in 2025, I have found it very, very valuable. Any kind of app. Now, I personally use Strava. Those of you who are watching, who are the runners that I coach, I use Strava a lot. I put my workouts on there. they're not anything to write home about anymore. But again, I enjoy seeing what the folks that I coach are running, and if they're able to follow the program, if we have to adjust their running plan or whatever. And I also enjoy seeing my friends from all over the place, what they're doing on Strava as well. So Strava is a great way of keeping yourself accountable. I don't know, maybe it's kind of like a good virtual competition as well. So that's another method of accountability. And then there's this old-fashioned method, going way back to the ancient times, and that is run with somebody. And if you've got a running partner or several running partners, now you're not only accountable to you, but you're accountable to them. If you were supposed to go out yesterday with your running partner and it wound up being 10 degrees and you didn't make it, and they're out there by themselves, they're not going to be happy with you, and they're probably going to tell you that. So it's really good to have someone else that you can be accountable to. And having a running partner or partners or joining a running club is an excellent way of doing that, and an excellent way of keeping yourself accountable. And then finally, I believe that you should have goals within goals. So you may say, all right, I gotta lose 10 pounds, I gotta lose 20 pounds or whatever, 30 pounds, whatever you need to lose. I've gotta get myself in shape. So I'm gonna use these accountability methods, but set yourself a more specific goal. You're gonna run that first 5K. Those of you who are veteran runners, all right, I'm going to run that half marathon in a faster time than I ran it before. So set goals within goals. Again, you are making yourself accountable and redefine those goals all along. And one final thing, I don't want to go too long here, but from somebody who is there right now, again, my hybrid method, redefine those goals. You're not going to be able to do the things or to run the way you did at age 55, 60, 65, 70, 75 as you did when you were 25 or 30. So redefine the goals. It keeps you in the game. You can, there's all sorts of age divisions within races if you choose to race. Use that as another method of accountability. So, to summarize, set that goal or goals and find a way to make yourself accountable to those goals. When you do that, then you are going to achieve the goals that you have set. And isn't that the goal of the goal? I think so. Have a great 2025. It's not going to be 4 months till I see you again on these videos. Get out there on the roads or get inside to the treadmill, wherever you need to be. Don't make weather an excuse. Get out there and run in all kinds of weather. And if not, get yourself indoors and do it. You can do it. You're not a quitter. We'll see you on the next video.